What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful day. And, in the world of Netflix entertainment, there are very, very few gems. And it seems like the gems, the things that people actually like, they don't last more than a season or two before Netflix bails on them. Now, Netflix has said, oh, we don't cancel any shows that we think are making money. But it seems like the data on social media tends to kind of fly in the face of that. The massive outrage that usually follows a show's early cancellation. Shows like 1899, which seem to have huge budget, huge build up, and they bail on it immediately. While the show Dark by the same creators has been like a slow burn. Like people keep getting into it, and they just don't give anyone any time. You create this feedback loop of people's favorite shows getting canceled, and they just don't try in the first place. That's the real problem. Like Archive 81, awesome show, loved it. Cliffhanger finale, not renewed. Like there's so many, what was that criminal one? Anyway, there's just so many examples of it that people just get kind of like, they get shy to try new shows because they're just like, man, I don't want to invest this time and then have Netflix cancel it on me so quickly. So what's going on with their movies? Well, You People, which is a movie that has the cringe concept of a Jewish guy dating a black girl and the family. Oh, the racial tension, right? A joke that maybe you could have made. The thing about this movie is you probably could have made this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and went all the way with it and had like really offensive jokes and, really pushed the boundaries. But in like modern woke culture, it's like woke writers try to write edgy race jokes and they all sound like these Velma jokes. And you have a movie that with big star power. Eddie Murphy hasn't been in a lot of movies in a long time. I feel like isn't it Jonah Hill obviously in here, big names, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Nia Long, David Duchovny. I mean, you have big names and this movie just stunk. 43 with critics, 39 with the audience. And it's like, you have this thing where it's clearly trying to play on like this race trope, but it's trying to do it from like a woke perspective. And that obviously doesn't work. And of course, it's completely backfired. And now people are pissed. Netflix's new hit comedy, You People, starring Jonah Hill and Eddie Murphy, is branded horribly damaging to Jewish people for pushing stereotypes of them being white, privileged, and racist. This is why there are no good comedies anymore. Like, I think there are a lot of good suspense and drama series. Like, I know I was like literally the last person on the planet to watch Severance, but it's been awesome. And it's on Apple TV. I thought Ted Lasso was great. It's still a drama, Ted Lasso. It has moments of levity, but it's not like a true comedy. And it's like, you got Adam Sandler's crew pumping out, some garbage movie every 2 years, but it's like the best we got for comedy. Kevin James, maybe. It's like there's nothing there because all the writers are these woke idiots that won't take any risks. And it says, Netflix is branded horribly damaging to Jewish people. Jonah Hill and Kenya Barris' new movie has more than 55 million viewing hours. That's the star power that they had. And is currently sitting at #1 movie on Netflix after it was released nearly 2 weeks ago. The main premise of the film follows a Jewish man, Hill, falling in love with Amira Mohammed, who is black and Muslim. Oh, just get it all in there. Their relationship is tested as their respective families react to cultural differences. Critics have branded the movie as damaging, as they claim the movie leans too heavily into stereotypes that were anti-Semitic. Author of Jews Don't Count, David Badiel, tweeted, it's a Jews Don't Count fest. The Jewish family are positioned as white, privileged, and racist. The black family just have a stern dad. At the end, there's too much Jewish apologizing for racism, none for anti-Semitism. That word never appears. Allison Josephs, executive producer of nonprofit Jew in the City, agreed, calling the movie really, really bad. Not sure what they were hoping to accomplish, but it didn't work, she tweeted. Jewish and white are one and the same in the film. I mean, it's in the trailer they were already making jokes about what led to the Second World War, and they're kind of minimizing that event, the Big H, and so that's not good when your trailer includes cheap and really offensive Big H humor. I mean, now I kind of just want to watch it and see like how offensive it actually is. It's like these modern films, these modern, like woke comedies, they've got no chance. None. Like, it's just not, it's just, these writers can't, it's like, this is what they wanted, right? They wanted everyone to be offended. They wanted everyone to have thin skin. They wanted everybody to be outraged. And now this is what you get. Garbage cinema. The viewers didn't like the show. This is like Netflix in a nutshell, right? Critics hated it. Viewers hated it. #1 viewed thing on Netflix. It's because Netflix has so little quality on it. There are so few peanuts in the tea. Like there's just like, there's so few. So you're like, oh, Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, David Duchovny, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. How could this not be anything but a home run? And you see, like, they do a comparison of slaveries versus the Big H. It certainly shouldn't be a competition, but the pain of the Big H shouldn't be downplayed as not mattering or being insignificant. Joseph told the Newsweek. I just like, it's like an oppression Olympics in a movie. They call the film irredeemable. If you look at some of the actual critics, right? A disappointing comedy that never fully commits to its own potential. That's what I'm saying. They could have just went all the way and had it be really offensive. Except all their jokes are probably couched in sarcasm and self-awareness. The one person who emerged with credit from the melee is Murphy, whose character grows even more rigid with anger. Supporting actors as forceful as Ray Perlman and Elliot Gould barely got a chance to speak. The people feature unlikable characters and a story so formulaic that the execution never rises above the witty, attractive comedy that this could have been. These characters completely lack any common sense whatsoever. The problem is the comedy of discomfort too often feels like a series of position papers more than a movie. You People has its moments and might be worth watching for Murphy's performance alone, but it never comes together as either a consistent laugh generator or potent slice of cultural comedy. I think that ultimately this is the entertainment we get nowadays, is that, we get content. We don't get movies. So rarely now do you get, let's look at The Last of Us, for example. Everybody's saying The Last of Us show on HBO is so amazing. It's okay. Episode 3 was not that great. People on Twitter were losing their minds because of the dude-on-dude romance. They were pretending like that episode was so amazing, but it essentially wasted an entire hour just for, like, award show bait, in my opinion. Like, literally nothing happened in that episode that pushed the story forward, other than a few flashbacks, and you got to have a sweet dude-on-dude romance for an hour, which is what they want for awards and Twitter buzz. Okay, I get it. I love it was Nick Offerman. I think they acted well. It was fine. It wasn't quite as moving as people pretended it to be. I never really bought the whole like I just met you, now I love you thing. They rushed to that. But anyway, like, people are so used to getting garbage, especially in the video game industry, like get video game TV shows, that anything like moderately decent is like touted as being so amazing. It's the same on Netflix. People pay $12 a month for Netflix, $13 or $20 a month for like their premium package. They see, oh, Eddie Murphy, David Duchovny, Jonah Hill, this has got to be a slam dunk. And then they're like, wait, this is crap. But people watch it anyway, which is so weird to me. I guess now I have like this morbid curiosity of checking it out. But, yet another, like, this is their own fault. And by they, I mean Hollywood and writers. They're the ones that have been telling us for years that you can't talk about these certain things or you can't laugh about certain things. Well, this is what you get now. Nobody is pleased by this movie. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought of it if you saw it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.